So express 7 divided by x plus 5 minus 3 over x when x is not equal to minus 5 and x is not equal to 0, okay? As a single fraction in simplest form. Okay? So you start off by I mentioned in an earlier video how you cross multiply. So if you go a over b minus 3 over x, you cross multiply that like that, okay? And then multiply those two. So you get ax minus 3b over bx, okay? So you basically, this becomes, so that's separate, okay? So that's 7 times x, then x plus 5 times 3, so it's minus 3 times x plus 5, okay? Don't need that in. So 7 times x, then minus 3 times x plus 5 in brackets, divided by x plus 5 x, okay? So it's that times that, okay? And then you expand everything. So you get 7x, and then you multiply the bracket out like that, okay? And you do the same underneath, that times that, and that times that, okay? So you get, make it a bit lower down, 7x, then minus 3x, minus 3 times x is minus 3x, and minus 3 times 5 is minus 15, over x times x is x squared, plus 5x, 5 times x is 5x. Okay? And then you add it all up, that's that minus that, 7x minus 3x is 4x, 7, 6, 5, 4x, minus 15 over x squared plus 5x, okay? Can you simplify that further? I don't think so. I should point out, when you have this, when I wrote for x is not equal to minus 5 and x is not equal to 0, if you put x is 0 in here, 3 divided by 0 is impossible, okay? So this whole thing becomes meaningless. Because 3 divided by 0 is infinity, it's impossible. And if you put x is minus 5 in here, minus 5 plus 5 is 0. So if you put that into there, it becomes 0. So it's, again, that divided by 0 is meaningless, which is infinity basically. So this expression has no meaning when you put either x is minus 5 in the bottom or x is 0 in the bottom. If you put x is 0 here, you simply get that divided by 5, okay? 7 divided by 5, 7/5. The 7/5 minus infinity is no meaning. Minus no meaning. If you put x is minus 5, if you put x is, if you put x is 0 in there, you get 7/5 minus infinity. If you put x is minus 5 here, this becomes 0, but that becomes basically infinity minus infinity plus 3/5, okay? So this becomes meaningless if you put these numbers in the bottom, okay? So that's why this fraction is defined except when x equals minus 5 and x equals 0. That's what that means. Lots of students I met don't. I met some students who don't understand that. A few. Maybe that's clear. So can we simplify this further? You could factorise the x out, but I don't think it's going to make a lot of difference, okay? I could do it minus to demonstrate, but you could x times x plus 5, but it doesn't really change much because you can't simplify the top, okay? So I think that's as simple as it can get, okay? So we could say that's sort of the answer there, okay? So that's what you want to aim for when you do that question. Simplify it down. Factorising that part doesn't actually mean you can simplify the top part anymore. So that's as good as that. Either of them is correct, but they're as good as each other. I just actually checked the answer in the past paper, and what they actually want you to result is this one, okay? So that's what they're actually looking for. The reason they want this one is because they're showing that you can factorise this down to this, okay? They want to see your ability to simplify this down, which is factorising it. Because in other equations, if you factorise this, it might allow you to simplify the top and bottom, okay? The reason I initially put this as an answer is because when you know a lot more, whether it's maths or biology and chemistry or physics, when you know a lot more, you've done a degree, you often know too much, and so often teachers have to refer to the answers in the book or in the past paper booklet to actually see what's needed, what's required at this level, because our knowledge is actually too great. But yeah, that's what they actually want. They want to show the abilities, but both are basically correct, but that's what they want, okay?